Hi, Nana. Uh, Today in this video we will learn the question bank 2 related to study of first element hydrogen. Okay, so in this we'll start from fifth question. Okay, fifth question. What does fifth question says? Hydrogen can be collected from heated metals when steam is passed over them. Okay, that means hydrogen gas is collected from heated metals. That means those metals should be heated and steam is passed over them. Okay, so we have to name two such metals and write fully balanced equations in support of your answer. Okay, so we have to name two such metals which can produce hydrogen gas when those metals are heated and steam is passed over them. See, metals like highly reactive metals, okay, they are not allowed to react with steam, because highly reactive metals, when reacted with steam, okay, they are explosive. That is why highly reactive metals, they are not allowed to react with steam. Okay, next, moderately reactive metal or else less reactive metal. Moderately reactive metals. What are moderately reactive metals? Metals starting from magnesium onwards. Okay, highly reactive metals are sodium, potassium, calcium. These are highly reactive metals. And moderately reactive metals, they start from magnesium in the metal activity series. Okay, so from magnesium up to lead. Okay, from magnesium to lead in the metal activity series, generally they are called as moderately reactive metals. Okay, so these moderately reactive metals, they should be heated. They directly here highly reactive metals, they can react with cold water, but moderately reactive metals, they does not react with cold water. So we have to heat that water. We have to make that water into steam. Unless until that water is made into steam, these metals does not react with such water. Okay, and moreover, these metals should be heated to red hot. Okay, these metals should be heated. Okay, from magnesium, after magnesium, aluminium, zinc, and all these things, zinc, iron, etc. Okay, so these metals should be heated first, and onto these heated metal, if steam is passed, then only these metals will react with the steam. Okay, right. So it is asked to mention any two metals. So let us take magnesium. Okay, let us take magnesium and iron. Okay, right. So magnesium and iron can be quoted as an examples for such metals. Okay, magnesium, when reacted with steam, what is steam? Steam is nothing but water. Steam formula is H2O only. Okay, when magnesium is reacted with steam, so that means heated magnesium. Okay, when heated magnesium is is allowed to react with steam, what happens? This will react with steam and forms magnesium oxide, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, so now this is balanced equation. Okay, we have to write fully balanced equations. Okay, now another metal, iron. Take iron. Okay, this iron should be heated to red hot. Okay, this iron metal should be heated to red hot. Okay, and onto this red hot iron metal. When steam is passed, okay, what happens? This iron will react with the steam to form iron oxide, Fe3O4. It forms iron oxide. This is also called as magnetic oxide of iron. This is also called as magnetic oxide of iron, or else simply ferroferric oxide. Okay, magnetic oxide of iron, and hydrogen gas is evolved. See, if this hydrogen gas is not removed from the from that reaction mixture, what happens? This because of heat, this hydrogen gas will react with this one. And what happens? Backward reaction takes place. Okay, and backward reaction takes place. What is backward reaction? In the backward reaction, these two will combine with each other and finally forms iron metal and water, steam. Okay. So if hydrogen which is formed in this reaction, if it is not separated from this mixture, what happens? This hydrogen, it will react with the magnetic oxide of iron. Okay, and what happens? It shows backward reaction. So this reaction is said to be reversible reaction, because here in this direction reaction takes place, and also in the backward direction also reaction is taking place. Such reactions in which both directions the reaction is taking place, such reactions are said to be reversible reactions. Okay, so this is an example for reversible reaction. Okay, here this heated iron will react with steam. Heated magnesium will react with steam, okay, to form other substances, and hydrogen is collected. This hydrogen is collected over water by the downward displacement of water. Okay, by the method called as downward displacement of water. Okay, so like this we can answer to this fifth question. Okay, na? Right. Next we will look into the sixth question. So is it balanced? No, it is not balanced. So we have to write the fully balanced equation. So 3 iron atoms are there, 3 iron, and how many oxygens are there? 4 oxygens are there. So 4 oxygens. So how many hydrogens will be? There will be 4 H2. Now it is balanced equation. Okay, so like this fifth question can be learned. Now we will learn the sixth question and answer. Question number 6. What is question number 6? So here, reaction with red hot iron gas. Reaction with red hot, okay, red hot iron, okay, red hot iron gas, okay, red hot iron gas and steam. See, this is related to our previous question. Okay, somewhat related to our previous question. So reaction with red hot iron gas. That means red hot iron piece. Gas means small pieces of iron. Okay, so red hot iron gas and steam will react with each other. Okay, is a reversible reaction. Yes, is a reversible reaction. It's a reversible reaction. Already we learned about this one. Okay, next, however, when steam is passed when steam is passed over red hot iron gas. However, when steam is passed over red hot iron gas, okay, and the hydrogen and the hydrogen evolved is collected over water, is collected over water. So already we know all these things. Okay, the reaction proceeds in forward direction. The reaction proceeds, yes, proceeds in forward. The reaction proceeds in forward direction. Okay, explain the observation. Explain the observation. Okay, right. See, look here. For example, here I have taken iron gas. Okay, iron gas, and I have started heating this one. I have started heating this iron gas, and onto when this iron gas is heated to red hot. See, I have sent what? I have sent steam into this one. I have sent steam. Okay, I have sent steam into this one. So that means steam will enter into this one. Steam will enter into this one. So what happens? This is steam. Steam means water. Okay, will react with this. What is this one? Iron. What is this one? Iron. This is iron. Okay, red hot iron. So what happens here? This steam, iron will react with steam. Iron will react with the steam to form magnetic oxide of iron. Okay, plus hydrogen gas is also evolved. So that means here hydrogen gas is evolved from this. So reaction takes place. Okay, here from here what happens? Hydrogen gas is evolved. Hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay, after that, so that means this hydrogen gas is filled here. Slowly what happens? This hydrogen gas will start reacting with this one, because this hydrogen gas is present in this atmosphere. Okay, so under the hot conditions, that means this hydrogen will start reacting with this one, and again the backward reaction will take place. So these two will react and convert into these two substances. So it is a reversible reaction. Okay, right. Now in the same and let us take the same situation once again. So steam, I am sending steam into this one. Iron gas. Okay, red hot iron gas. I have heated this iron to red hot. Okay, now when steam is passed into this one, what happens? So this reaction takes place. Okay, and hydrogen is evolved. Hydrogen gas is evolved. Now I have collected this hydrogen gas. So this hydrogen gas, it is removed. Okay, I have collected this hydrogen gas. Okay, into water. I have passed this hydrogen gas into water. Okay, into water, and I have collected this hydrogen gas. Okay, into a jar. Okay, so that hydrogen gas is collected over water by downward displacement of water. So in this case what happens, this is steam, okay, this steam, iron will react with steam, steam to form magnetic oxide of iron, and hydrogen gas is evolved. But here in this case what is happening, reversible reaction, backward reaction is not taking place. Why backward reaction is not taking place? Because this hydrogen, it is not available for this iron oxide to react. Why? Because this hydrogen is removed. Okay, as hydrogen is removed immediately, so what happens? This hydrogen is not available for this substance to undergo reaction. Okay, that means here backward reaction is not possible. So here the question is, however, when steam is passed over red hot iron gas and the hydrogen evolved is collected over water, that means that hydrogen is removed and it is collected over water. But in this case, hydrogen is not removed. As hydrogen is not removed, what is happening? That hydrogen will react with the iron oxide and show backward reaction. Okay, but here, as hydrogen is removed from this reaction site, okay, from the reaction site, this hydrogen is removed and it is collected over it is collected here over the water by downward displacement of water. So that is why this reaction proceeds only in forward direction, it does not proceed in backward direction. But here in this case, the reaction proceeds in forward direction as well as in backward direction also. Okay, so that is the condition. So here what is asked? However, when steam is passed over red hot iron gas and the hydrogen evolved is collected over water. So in which case hydrogen is collected over water? In this case, hydrogen is collected over water, and in this case hydrogen is not collected over water and hydrogen is still present in the reaction site only. Okay, the reaction proceeds in forward direction. So that is why here in this case the reaction proceeds only in forward direction, it does not proceed in backward direction. Okay, explain the observation. So we can explain this observation like this. So here backward direction is the reaction is occurring in the backward direction also, because hydrogen is present in the reaction site. In that place only hydrogen is present. But here hydrogen is not present in that place, it is removed. Soon after the formation of hydrogen by this reaction, this hydrogen is removed. Okay, hence this hydrogen is not available for this magnetic oxide of iron or else ferroferric oxide. Okay, it is also called as magnetite. Okay, so here it does not react with this one, hence the reaction occurs only in forward direction, no backward reaction. But here both forward as well as backward reaction is taking place. Okay, here when the hydrogen is collected over water, the reaction proceeds in forward direction. So we have to explain the observation. So in this way we can explain the observation. I hope all of you have understood this. Okay na? Right. Now we'll go with the 7th question. Next question. What is 7th question? About about 2 centimeter cube of water okay, of water is boiled, is boiled. 2 centimeter cube is nothing but 2 milliliter. Okay, so here 2 milliliter cube of 2 milliliter of water is boiled, okay, in a hard glass test tube. In a hard glass test tube. Okay, in a hard glass test tube. So what happens? So that steam is coming out freely. Steam is coming out freely. So here what is done? Actually, a hard glass test tube is taken. Okay, a test tube is taken, and into that test tube, so around 2 milliliters of water is kept, or else 2 milliliters of water is poured into this test tube, and now started heating. Upon heating this test tube, what happened? Slowly the water will start boiling. Okay, so that water will boil, and what happened? The steam will evolve. The steam will evolve from the test tube. Okay, that means so that steam is coming out freely. Steam is coming out freely from the test tube. So now, okay, into this test tube, into this test tube, okay, into this test tube is lowered. What is lowered? Burning magnesium ribbon. Burning magnesium ribbon. Magnesium ribbon. That means a magnesium ribbon is taken. Okay, now it is burning. So this magnesium ribbon, it is burning. So now this burning magnesium ribbon, it is brought near this steam. Okay, when burning magnesium ribbon, it is brought near the steam. Burning magnesium ribbon. Okay, it is so this is magnesium ribbon. So it is burning, actually burning. So if that burning magnesium ribbon is brought into the steam, what happens? Already we have learned that when magnesium is heated and it is allowed to react with steam, what happens? It forms magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas is evolved. Already we know about this one. Okay, so this reaction takes place. Okay, so here the question is not finished. Okay, so there are some sub questions into this one. First one, state your observation. State your observation. That means what did you observe? State your observation and write a fully balanced equation. And write a fully balanced equation. Write a fully balanced equation. Okay, for the chemical reaction. For this chemical reaction. So what did you observe? So chemical reaction takes place. Okay, chemical reaction takes place. What is that chemical reaction? Magnesium will react with steam. Okay, burning magnesium. So this burning magnesium or else heated magnesium will react with steam and forms what? Magnesium oxide. It is an ash. Okay, white colored ash is formed. So that means this portion, when it this portion is burning. So when the burning portion of magnesium, if it comes into contact with the steam, what happens? That magnesium, the portion of magnesium where it comes into contact with the steam, that will convert into ash. That means this portion will burn and become ash, white color ash. It become white color powdery ash. Okay. Along with the liberation of what? Hydrogen gas. Okay, so what did you observe? So this can be observed. This reaction, this chemical reaction can be observed, and a white colored ash is formed. This white colored ash is nothing but magnesium oxide, and hydrogen gas is also evolved. Okay, so this observation we can see and balance this equation. So this reaction takes place. Now check whether it is balanced or not. Yes, it is balanced. Now second question, second sub question. What is that? How will you test the gas formed? How will you test the gas formed? How will you test the gas formed in the above reaction? In the above reaction, how will you test the gas formed in the above reaction? So that is the question. See, now what happened? This from this area, slowly hydrogen gas will start evolving. Okay, so which gas is? So hydrogen gas is formed. So now hydrogen gas will start evolving from this area. So how to test whether this gas is hydrogen or which gas is it? So in order to know this one, simply bring a burning splinter, or else any burning material, burning wood or burning splinter. If you bring this burning splinter or burning wood material, okay, so if you bring a burning steam or else any burning splinter or else anything which is burning, so what is happening? It is burning actually. So it is having some flame. So now what happens? This gas, this hydrogen gas, if it puts off the flame, if this hydrogen gas puts off the flame by making a characteristic pop sound, or else tup sound. Okay, so which sound? It may be either tup or else pop sound. So with that characteristic, so no other gas will produce such a sound. Only hydrogen gas will produce that such sound, and it will put off the flame. So before that there was flame here. So this splinter, it was burning. A piece of wood, it was burning. But when it come into contact with the hydrogen gas, when it come into contact with this gas, so that flame is put off by making a pop or tup sound. So the only gas which puts off the flame, okay, by making pop or tup sound is hydrogen gas. So that means how will you test the gas formed in the above reaction? So simply, how will you test? Simply by bringing a burning wooden splint. When a burning wooden splint is brought near the test tube, what happens? Near the mouth of this test tube where the hydrogen gas is evolving. Okay, so the gas catches fire and explodes. So this gas, remember that this gas will puts off the flame of this material, and itself will this gas will catch the fire. Okay, so here two things are happening. One thing is the flame of this splinter is put off. Okay, and this hydrogen, it will catch the fire. Okay, two things are happening. What are those things? What are those two things? One thing is it will put off the flame of burning splinter, and this hydrogen gas will catch that fire. okay, and starts exploding. Okay, because it explodes. It explodes అంటే పేలిపోయే అవకాశాలు. That means it catches fire. Okay, the gas catches the fire and explodes with a special sound known as puff or top sound. Okay, right. So how will you test? How will you test means simply bring a burning splinter towards this flame, towards this gas, and see and observe what happens. So when this burning splinter is brought near this gas, if this gas is able to put off the flame of the burning splinter, and also if this gas catches fire, then that gas is if this gas catches fire by making pop or top sound, pop or top sound, then this gas is compulsory. It is hydrogen gas. No other gas will show such characteristics. Okay, only hydrogen gas will show such a property. Okay na? Right. See what is happening here. This steam is reacting with magnesium, and a white color ash is formed. A white color powdery ash is formed. What is the name of that ash? Magnesium oxide. So that ash which is formed here, it will deposit on this magnesium ribbon. Okay, on this magnesium ribbon the ash is deposited. So because of the deposition of the ash, that means that ash will stick to this magnesium ribbon. So what happens? Due to this, the magnesium ribbon, it won't be come into contact with the steam further, because it is covered. That magnesium ribbon, it is covered by this material. Okay, this material is formed due to this reaction. Okay, and this material, it will form a coating on the magnesium ribbon, so that the magnesium ribbon will not further, so that magnesium ribbon which is present here, it will not come into contact with the steam further. So that means the reaction will stop. Okay, right. So what is the next question? Question C. Why does the above reaction stop in a few moments? Why does the above reaction will stop? Why does the above reaction stop in a few moment? In a few moments. That means within few seconds. So the reaction will stop. What is the reason? See, the reaction will stop because here actually this reaction is endothermic reaction. See, when magnesium is heated only, that means upon heating, so this burning magnesium, heating. So this burning magnesium, only if it is burning magnesium, then only this reaction will take place. And if it is steam, then only this reaction takes place. But here what is happening? That burning magnesium, some portion of the magnesium, it is burnt in steam and forming magnesium oxide, and that magnesium oxide will cover the other portions of the magnesium ribbon. Okay, now what happens? This magnesium ribbon will be cooled. Okay, that means here heat is not supplied to the other portion of the magnesium ribbon. But this reaction is endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction means we have to heat the reactants. When reactants are heated only, this reaction will take place. But here what is happening? When this material is formed, so it will start depositing on the other portions of the magnesium ribbon, so that magnesium ribbon will be cooled. Okay, did you understand? So that means when it is cooled, as this reaction is endothermic reaction, that means that means if this magnesium or if it is heated only, it will react. So now this magnesium is cooled, hence that reaction will not further proceed. Why does the above reaction stop in a few moments? Because that because this reaction is an endothermic reaction. Okay. as no heat is supplied because this magnesium oxide will deposit on the other portions of the magnesium ribbon, so that the other portion of the magnesium ribbon will be cooled. So that means now as it is cooled, the reaction will stop. The reaction does not take place. Only when magnesium ribbon is hot, only under hot condition this will react with steam. That means this reaction is endothermic reaction. As it is endothermic reaction and as no heat is supplied from the outside further, so that means that reaction cannot continue. Sustain means continue. It cannot sustain. That means it cannot continue. Okay. After a certain time, so the reaction will stop. Okay. And one more thing. So here, as magnesium oxide, as magnesium oxide is covering the other portion of the magnesium ribbon. So that is also one of the reason why the reaction will stop. Okay, as magnesium oxide is covering this portion of the magnesium, so that means that the inner portion of the magnesium is not available for the steam to react. So that is also another reason to explain why the reaction will stop after some time. Okay, so like this we can explain this seventh answer. Okay, now we will learn the eighth answer in the next video.